So last week, the Cornhuskers had a huge win over the Maryland Terrapins, even got some of the backups in that game during garbage time, and now week 4 is actually a bye, and then week 5 is going to be against the Tulane Green Wave, so we're going to have double recruiting and around college football stuff in this episode, so let's just hop straight into it. So week 4 with the recruiting, Kellen Phillips was actually removed from the board. He is the top-ranked recruit on our board. He wants to stay close to home in California, and I didn't think he was that good anyways, plus we never really had any points into him, so we're just, cutting bait on a guy rather than having him on the board. We're going to add some other guys in later on to get some points that we're probably not going to have points into, but, they're going to get the points because they're on our board from the bonus points. We're doing the same thing with middle linebacker Isaiah Cook being removed from the board. We're not going to catch Notre Dame or LSU, and we're going after so many linebackers anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. We also had offensive tackle Jermaine Smith. We are bumping him up to the max of 500 points. And then we're scheduling a bunch of visits. We've got center Larry Black coming to the Week 13 Northwestern game. Defensive end Terrence Wilson, who we are in a tight race with Boise and Oregon State for, is visiting Week 11 versus Minnesota. Then we also got athlete Chad Jones, who is coming to the Northwestern game. Offensive guard John Adams, who we're in a tight race with Illinois and Wisconsin, is scheduled for the Northwestern game. Cornerback Dan Medlock is coming to the Minnesota game. And then an update on a recruiting battle. We've got offensive tackle Edward White, who Ohio State is unfortunately starting to pull away from, which is unfortunate because he is the number one guy on our board. Athlete Zach Jacobs is being removed from the board, and his points are being put directly into linebacker Lee Johnson, who we are in a tight race with Auburn and LSU for. And now taking a look at some of the games that happened around college football in Week 3. You had Penn State, who was upset by Georgia Southern. Wake Forest is still winless as they lose one to Georgia Tech. Illinois loses to Houston. Iowa State won against their arch-rival Iowa. Notre Dame, who is actually having a down year, absolutely slaughtered Purdue. Minnesota lost to San Jose State. Rutgers got clapped by Tulane. Syracuse is off to a 2-0 start as they beat Wisconsin. And then Coastal had a bad loss to the UTEP Miners. And then FSU actually loses to the Duke Blue Devils, I should say. And then taking a look at the top teams around the country, the top 10 is still essentially the same, and then Virginia, UNC, Coastal Carolina, and Washington all fell out of the top 25. While the players of the week in the NCAA, you had an outside linebacker from Miami who had 10 tackles for losses and 5 sacks against Western Kentucky. Just a brutal game for Western Kentucky as this guy was constantly in the backfield. And then you had Sean Tucker, who is Syracuse's running back, with 5 touchdowns against Wisconsin. The Big Ten players of the week, you had Indiana cornerback Christopher Keys, who had 2 picks in a win over Bowling Green. And then Ramir Johnson had 3 touchdowns for us, 3 total touchdowns in our big win over Maryland. As far as the Heisman goes, you got a couple new guys in that race now. You got Jace McClellan, who is the new Bama running back for them. As well as Florida's halfback Naquan Wright, and then also Cuse's running back in Sean Tucker. And now we move things into Week 5, where we will start off with the recruiting, of course. We are scheduling Edward White's visit for Week 13 versus Northwestern. Linebacker Jason Pearson is going to be coming to the Minnesota game. Terrence Sharp from New England, the athlete. Iowa State currently has the lead on him, and we are scheduling his visit for the Purdue game in Week 9. Linebacker Lee Johnson is going to be coming to the Minnesota game. Defensive end Mark Hall is as well. And then center Drew Robinson is going to be coming to the Purdue game. We are also removing defensive end John Jones from the board. We're not going to be able to compete with FSU. But speaking of FSU, as we transition into the Week 4 games, they actually lost to UNC, so FSU is now 0-3 on the season. Brutal start for the Seminoles. And then you got Tulane, who we are playing this week. They're going to be coming off a loss as they lose a close one to SMU. Northwestern is now 3-0 as they beat Rutgers, who is now 0-3. Notre Dame is now 1-3 as they lose to Pitt. Iowa thrashed Indiana. UTEP, who just beat Coastal Carolina last week, loses to an FCS team this week. And then Wake Forest is still winless as they are now 0-4 after losing to the Virginia Tech Hokies. And then a big one, Florida, the number one team in the country, is no longer number one. They lose at the Tennessee Volunteers, and then my guy Jamie Chadwell and his Raging Cajuns go and beat the Boise State Broncos. So, of course, because Florida loses, we have a new number one team in the country, and that is the Oklahoma Sooners. We are actually ranked 21st in the country, and then NC State and Memphis all fell out of the top 25. If we take a look at the players of the week, in the NCAA, you had 3 INTs for the second-team preseason All-American cornerback Jaquan McMillan of the ECU Pirates, and then you had Grayson McCall with 5 touchdowns for the Chanticleers. And then the Big Ten, you had the defensive side of the ball. It was Maryland defensive end with 4 tackles for loss and 2 sacks, and then C.J. Stroud threw for 281 yards and 3 touchdowns in a stomping of the Minnesota Golden Gophers. While the Heisman update is that Sean Tucker, Syracuse's running back, is now leading the Heisman race. So now jumping into the game preview, we have Tulane on the schedule this week. They are the better overall team on offense and defense. Ratings-wise, both teams are 2-1 on the year. They also have a very strong rushing attack led by Cameron Carroll, who was the NCAA's leading rusher last season. The Tulane Green Wave, looking to get back on track after a loss last week, come into Memorial Stadium here in Lincoln, Nebraska, where we will have a battle of 2 top 15 rushing offenses. And we'll start things off here with the Green Wave offense. Quarterback Michael Pratt in the pistol with Carroll and Spears to his left and right. It's going to be a handoff to Cameron Carroll, last season's NCAA rushing leader, start the game. And he's going to get the first down and also be taken down by a face mask, so not a great start for the Huskers defense here. Jackson motions into the backfield next to Pratt and then gets the handoff, and he's going to pick up about 9 on the ground. Sets up a 2nd and 1 here for the Green Wave. Out of the pistol, it's Michael Pratt scanning the field. He finds Deuce Watts over the middle on a slant, picks up 14 yards, and they're pretty deep inside Nebraska territory now. So then we've got Michael Pratt who's running the option here. Does not get the pitch off, but he runs through a couple defenders and picks up the first down with his own legs. As he can do that, he is a quarterback of a top rushing team in the country. And then we have the read option here, pretty nicely covered by the Huskers as Benjamin Cleveland, the freshman DN, takes him down. So 2nd and 9 upcoming now. Handoff, Carroll tries to kick it to the outside, sheds a couple tacklers, but the second one manages to trip him up. So it's 3rd and 9 now. Pratt scanning the field, going to the corner, and he's got his man, Christian Daniels, in the end zone. So the Green Wave strike first in this game. They go up 7-0 after the extra point. So we start things off now with Heinrich Harburg and the Huskers on offense. It's going to be a handoff to Ramir Johnson up the middle. He picks up 9 on the play, sets up a 2nd and 1 here for the Huskers, going right back to a handoff to Johnson. He gets 2, but it's just enough for the first down. So a new set of downs here, about 5:35 left in the first quarter. Johnson, another handoff up the middle, gets 8 this time. 2nd and 2 now for the Huskers. Brody Belt motions across on a fake jet sweep, and instead it's going to be a handoff to Johnson again. He gets 14 up the middle as they are just moving things along against this Tulane defense. Not what they're known for. Now it's the option. Harburg pitches, and that's going to be intercepted, or I guess fumble recovered by the Tulane defense. Lance Robinson absolutely blows up David Wilson, who was trying to block, and now Tulane is going the other way with it as Heinrich Harburg turns it over, and here we have Michael Pratt finding Daniels on the slant. It's a flag on the play. It's actually going to be clipping on the Tulane offense, so it's 2nd and 16 now coming up for the Green Wave. Pratt running the option here. He's got Spears, who gets the pitch, and he's going to pick up 9 in the run game. And on this play, Tyreek Johnson actually got hurt. He would be out for the rest of the game, but unfortunately, Fortunately, I should say, he is only going to be out for this one game. So Pratt right back to the receiving game, finds Daniels over the middle, but he is going to be well short of the first down marker. So the Huskers defense comes up, forces a stop, and now the Huskers get another chance here on offense. It's Harburg running the option, gets the first down as he's taken down at about midfield. So a new set of downs here, Harburg, Carroll, and Johnson all in the backfield, and Harburg makes the pitch. Johnson gets it to the outside, and he's going to be stopped after about picking up 7. So 2nd and 3 here out of the pistol full house. Harburg running the option once again, gets the pitch to Johnson. He's going to kick it to the right side. He's got Green in front of him. For whatever reason, David Wilson just doesn't block that guy, and then Johnson does get the big gain. So a new set of downs here. A couple plays later, it's 3rd and 6. And Ramir Johnson's going to go up the middle. He's going to be stopped short of the first down marker, so the Huskers bring out the kicking team, and Brendan Frank knocks it down to make it a 7-3 game. So about 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tulane running the option. Pratt not going to pitch it, instead keeps it himself and gets the first down. So 2nd and 10 now as 2 plays later. It's going to be another option, this time a read option as Pratt keeps it himself, gets chased down just before the first down marker. So 3rd and 1 here upcoming for the Green Wave. Pratt rolling out to his right, fires to Brigham, a tight end who's just sitting there wide open. He's going to have some running room as he goes into Nebraska territory, 23 yards through the air. We are now into the second quarter here. Pratt running the option. He's going to pitch to Spears, and that's Luke Reimer who just whiffs on that tackle for whatever reason. Garrett Nelson then trips up Spears just short of the goal line. So now it's 2nd and goal. Couple plays later, a perfectly covered option as Pratt loses 3 yards on that, as he probably more so made the wrong read. But anyways, 3rd and 11 here. Fake to the wide receiver, then to the end zone, and look at this. Isaac Gifford, the man into the game for Tyreek Johnson, makes a big play, swats it down, so Tulane has to settle for the field goal to make it 10-3. So here on 3rd and 4, the Huskers convert as Johnson gets a screen for 19 yards. Now facing another 3rd down, it's 3rd and 6 here for the Huskers. Harburg rolling out, finds Hickman. He's got Green in front of him and the first down. So they move the chains once again. They're now inside Tulane territory. Out of the pistol, it's Harburg running the option. It's actually a QB keeper here, as he's going to pick up the first down with his legs, 15 yards on the ground. Cronin motions in the backfield, read option. Harburg keeps, and he's got another first down with his legs. He just barely gets that one. So 3rd and 5 here, a couple plays later. Cronin motions out to the right. It's going to be a screen to Johnson. He's got some blocks, and he is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Ramir Johnson, as the Cornhuskers have tied this game up at 10 after the extra point. So 1:55 left here in the first half. All knotted up at 10. Tulane going over the middle in the receiving game for Cameron Carroll. He's got a first down as they move the chains. So Pratt in the shotgun with Carroll. That was actually Spears to his left, and he's going to find him in the receiving game. Shed 1 tackler. He gets 7. Sets up a 2nd and 3 as they call a timeout. 1:37 left in the first half. Pratt in the shotgun. Butler gets blocked on the rush, and Pratt's going to find Spears for 2 yards. 3rd and 2 upcoming as he's immediately tackled by Nick Roth. And then Pratt read option perfectly covered by the Huskers defense. Garrett Nelson busts in the backfield and makes the play. So now the Huskers are going to try to score here before half. It's 1st and 10, and Harburg immediately sacked for a loss of 9 yards. Not a great start there, and they would not be able to recover. So the score heading into halftime of this one would be 10-10. As we move things on into the second half, the Huskers start off on offense. Johnson and Cronin in the backfield with Harburg here as he keeps and gets a big gain up the middle to start the second half. 22 yards on the ground. So now it's going to be another read option here. Harburg keeps, and he's going to pick up another first down with his legs. Heinrich Harburg, the man who sounds like he should be the Duke of Bavaria, picks up a new set of downs. So then that's going to be a handoff to Johnson. He kicks it to the right side here, and he is stopped just short of the first down marker. 2nd and 1 now for Nebraska. Handoff Johnson, and he's got the first down and much more. Finally tackled that they're picking up 12, new set of downs. 6:53 left in the third quarter. Harburg handoff Cronin now, finally getting some Cronin action. 7 yards. That sets up a 2nd and 3 here. Now Harburg with Johnson to his right gets the handoff, and he's going to just barely pick up that first down, set up a 1st and goal here for the Huskers. So Belt motions in the backfield, but Cronin's going to get the handoff, sheds one tackler, spins out or busts out of another, and he's going to get 7 yards. So it's 2nd and goal here. Harburg running the option, cannot get the pitch off, and he's going to be tackled short of the goal line. So now we have Cronin and Belt in the backfield, and it's going to be Harburg keeping it, pitching it to Cronin, and he punches that one into the end zone as the Huskers take their first lead of this game. 17-10 is your score after the extra point. So now Tulane back on offense with Cameron Carroll in the backfield. Michael Pratt at quarterback, of course. It's going to be a fake wide receiver screen, but then he goes to him a bit more downfield. It's going to be James for the first down. So they get a new set of downs there as they move the chains. So Michael Pratt, read option, perfectly covered by the Huskers. That's Luke Reimer taking down Pratt for a loss of 3, brings up a 2nd and 13. So Pratt, handoff Carroll, kicks it to the left side, picks up a few yards, makes it a more manageable 3rd and 5 here for Tulane. So Pratt scanning the field, finds Spears in the receiving game, and he's going to be able to pick up 8 yards and the new set of downs. So they move the chains, keep the drive alive. And now Pratt in the shotgun, read option once again, gets a block downfield, and he's going to be able to pick up a first down as he's tripped up just barely after picking up that first down. So now it's both star running backs in the backfield. Pratt going to the receiving game, picks up Daniels on the curl, but he is going to be just short of that first down marker. It is 2nd and 1. Spears motions behind Pratt. It's a play action. He's going to the air, and he's got a man wide open. It is Brown. Reggie Brown, 24 yards through the air on the corner. Sets up a 1st and goal here for the Green Wave. Pratt running the option, makes the wrong read, or probably more so perfectly covered by the Huskers defense as Garrett Nelson gets him for a loss there. So 2nd and goal now for the Green Wave. Pratt finds Spears on the quick pass, and he's going nowhere too. That is a -1 yard reception for TJ Spears. Tajay, however you say his name, Spears is what I'm going to call him. 3rd and goal now as Pratt finds his man in the end zone after 2 great plays from the Nebraska defense on 1st and 2nd down, but they do convert on 3rd. They get in the end zone. It is 17-17 now. 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Harburg's going to find Cronin in the receiving game, get things to the outside, and he's got himself a first down, 11 yards through the air. Now inside the 1 minute mark here in the third quarter. Cronin in the backfield once again, and Harburg running the shovel option, could not get a pitch off, instead loses 5 yards. So 3rd and 12 upcoming now for the Huskers. Harburg rolling out to his right, and he's just going to take off with his own legs here, and he's going to be able to just barely get that first down. 1st and 10. Now it's 2nd and 11 after losing 1 yard on the first down, but he's going to get a bunch of them back here as Harburg goes up the middle and converts for the first down using his fleet feet. So now we are into the fourth quarter here. Harburg running the option. He's going to be pummeled there, fumbles, and it's picked up by the Green Wave. It's going to be 54 Hatcher. Get on your horse, David Wilson, trying to chase him down, sheds 2 tackles, and it's Harburg who's able to chase down Hatcher, but inside the 10-yard line are the Green Wave, and it's going to take them all 1 play to get in the end zone as Cameron Carroll busts his way in there, and now it's a Green Wave lead as they take a 24-17 lead into this one. So the Huskers back on offense here in the Wildcat. Johnson under center. It's going to be Yant now who gets the handoff and almost a screen. He had him open but could not get the pass off, so he's sacked. Now it's 2nd and 17. Harburg back in at QB, and he's going to be tripped up. Looked like he had some room there, but he just barely gets tripped up. So now 3rd and 17, a very long 17 for the Huskers. Harburg needs to make something happen here, and he does. Rolls out to his right. He's taken off, and he's got space. Finds the first down somehow. Huge play for Heinrich Harburg as he gets themselves a new set of downs. Now, a couple plays later, it's 2nd and 10. Harburg on the ground once again gets the first down. 12 yards on the read option. It's about 4:37 left in the fourth quarter now. Harburg in the shotgun going to the air. He swings it out into the flats for Johnson, and he's going to pick up a first down through the receiving game. That's 13 yards, new set of downs. As the Huskers just continue to move the ball, it's 2nd and 7 now. Harburg running the option. He's got his man to his right. It's Cronin gets the pitch, and that's another first down for the Cornhuskers. As they're now 3:40 left here in this fourth quarter. Harburg running some speed option here, makes the pitch to Cronin, and he's going to get into the end zone as they have tied this game up at 24. The Huskers refuse to go away, and so do the Tulane Green Wave, as we've got ourselves a game here. 3:13 left in the fourth quarter. Michael Pratt and the Green Wave on offense. Handoff, Cameron Carroll gets 10 yards up the middle. Gets a new set of downs for the Green Wave. So 2nd and 5 now. Pratt, another handoff, Carroll, and he's got himself another first down for Tulane. They move the chains once again. 2:23 left here in the fourth quarter now. Michael Pratt keeping there on the read option and loses 3 yards as it's Isaac Gifford making a play once again. So 2nd and 13 upcoming. Pratt play action cannot get the pass to a receiver, and now it's 3rd and 13. Not a great situation for Tulane to be in here. Pratt going to the air. He's over the middle to Huggins, and he's going to be well short of the first down marker. So it's now 4th and 17 inside the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. So 35 seconds left into the Huskers drive as Harburg going to shed a tackler there and get some tough yards here as he converts the first down. Nebraska calls their last timeout, so it's 27 seconds left. Harburg running the option here. He's going to get the pitch off to Cronin. Gets a block, arguably in the back there, but Cronin does get out of bounds inside Tulane territory. 20 seconds left. New set of downs. Harburg running the option. He's going up the middle, and he's going to be just short of the first down marker, so the clock is running here. And Nebraska, let's be honest here, I thought that holding circle was apparently how you spike the ball in this game. It's not. I don't know how you do it in the no huddle, but it's not that. So instead, we're going to the air here, into the hands of Betts, but then batted out the last second, and we're going to be going to overtime. 24-24. Tulane gets the ball first. So Michael Pratt in the pistol. Carroll going out wide, and it's going to be Deuce Watts over the middle. 2nd and 3 now upcoming as he picks up 7 through the air. So it's a 2nd down now. Pratt keeping it on the read option, and he makes the wrong read, just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 4 now. Pratt empty backfield, scanning, just barely gets the pass off, and Christian Daniels probably didn't get that, but he gets tackled by the face mask, and it's going to be an automatic first down nonetheless. So Tulane catches a break here. It's 1st and goal out of the Pistol Full House. Pratt running the option, gets tackled for a loss there as he cannot get the pitch off. It's Jamari Butler making the tackle. So 2nd and goal upcoming here for the Green Wave. Cameron Carroll up the middle, gets 2 yards. Still need to get in the end zone. 3rd and goal here out of the shotgun. Pratt going to the air. He's scanning, rolling out to his right, extending the play, and he finds Tyrick James in the end zone, his tight end. And Tulane does strike here first in OT to go up 31-24. So now the Huskers have to respond. Harburg here, running the option, gets the pitch to Johnson. He's going to juke out 2 defenders and be taken down inside the 5 immediately, setting up a 1st and goal for the Huskers offense. So on the very next play, it's going to be Harburg punching it into the end zone, getting his fleet feet in there, and it's going to be a tie game, 31-31. So now Huskers get the ball again, and they're going to have to try to score here. So Harburg running the read option. He's going to kick it to the outside, shed a tackler. Some tough running there for 7 yards. Now we have a 3rd and 2 here for the Huskers. Going to be a handoff. Johnson, he goes up the middle, and he gets the first down. So it's a 1st and goal upcoming now for the Huskers. So out of the pistol formation, it's Harburg running the option. His pitch man gets laid out in the backfield, and then he gets laid after picking up 3 yards, but holds on to the ball. Now it's a veer. Harburg keeps. He picks up 2. 3rd and goal here. They need to get in the end zone. Cronin motions behind him, gets the handoff, goes up the middle, and he's in the end zone. Dominique Cronin's 3rd touchdown of the game takes the lead here, 38-31. So now Tulane has their backs against the wall, and they need a touchdown to extend this. So it's a shotgun formation. Michael Pratt, he's scanning, going to the end zone on the first play, and that's picked. It's Joe Hayes, the JUCO transfer corner out of Hawaii, picks it off, and the Nebraska Cornhuskers hold on to beat the Tulane Green Wave in this one. They beat him in overtime by 1 score. 38-31 is your final. 452 yards of offense for the Huskers, 391 of them on the ground on 61 carries. Heinrich Harburg with 163 on the ground, Johnson with 165, and then Cronin had 69. Very nice, with 3 touchdowns as well. Tulane quarterback Michael Pratt had 3 touchdowns through the air, but it just was not enough for that Huskers offense this season. They are putting things together here, still atop that Big Ten West. After the game, head coach Wilbur Fisher leveled up and now has all 3 levels of the closer trait, while his Cornhuskers will now look forward to another bye week next week, and then a rivalry game at Penn State after that. So with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of the Nebraska Dynasty here on College Football Revamped. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I am saying the Providence Friars are a fraudulent basketball team.